3, 2.
In these changing times, artists and performers across Central Florida are creating new ways to connect with the world. They're sharing their gifts and inspiring us through social media, right from their living rooms. You're watching a new show on Vision TV called Live from Home, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm your host, Renata Sago. Thank you for the company here in my living room set. Well, many Central Florida businesses are now reopening after weeks under quarantine. This will eventually include the theme parks. That's where our guest for today has made his living for years before COVID hit. Kevin Stever is his name. Over the past few weeks, he's built a following for his out-of-the-box YouTube videos featuring all kinds of musical instruments. He does things like playing the accordion while on roller skates. And he plays everything from the bass to the piano to the harp and even the xylophone. Hey Kevin, how are you?
Good, Renata. How you doing?
Okay, so what instruments do we have here? I see a guitar.
Guitar behind me, and there's a upright bass, and I have stuff all around me that you can't see. This is called a requinto. It's a little guitar, and let's see what's around me. I have an electric bass right here to my left. I'm not going to move the camera, but we have a cello over here, a piano to my left, a dulcimer up in the air. There's stuff all around me.
Oh, that's absolutely phenomenal. So when COVID hit, you basically found out about the layoff, right? It was about March 16th or so. And it was at that time that you actually began to produce videos. What was the first video that you created?
The first video, actually, I remember my last day at work was at Disney Springs on March 16th, I believe, which was the day before St. Patrick's Day. Now, my first video was a St. Patrick's Day video, which was an Irish song that I had been planning to do the video before the COVID-19 hit, but once that all started, I remember once all the musicians started losing our jobs and our gigs started getting canceled, there was a big panic. I remember the night on Facebook, everybody panicking about, I've lost this job, I've lost my weekend, and everybody... And honestly, that whole week was very scary. I had planned to make my St. Patrick's Day video for about a month. And because of that week of all the turmoil that was happening with us losing our jobs, I kind of sidelined it. And but basically on March 17th, or maybe the 16th, the day before St. Patrick's Day, I said, you know what, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to have to get back to work. And so I got off the couch, and I was sad, and everybody was sad, but I came in here to my studio and started working, and put the video out after all.
It was phenomenal, and in this video, you are playing the accordion, right?
I play the accordion, which was the main instrument. I had to practice that part for about 3 weeks, to learn it. I played the accordion, the tin whistle, the guitar, and I'm not sure what else. Maybe the bass, I don't remember. The tin whistle part is funny. It's not very good. I don't play the tin whistle. A lot of these instruments I don't really play. I just learned the part for the video. And in my mind, I had planned to practice a whole week on the tin whistle, and that was the week that all the cancellations started happening, and I didn't really get to practice that part. So that's, if you listen, that's the worst part.
Well, you've gotten a lot of feedback, so much positive feedback. I mean, if you go on Facebook, you could see hundreds of likes. And I think what's really compelling about your videos is that you clearly put a lot of time into them. I know you've studied music, but it's like you take the time to really refine your craft.
I take about, each video is taking, as I've done 10 now. I've finished 10 videos since this all started, and each video is taking me about a week to do. And I'd love to talk about each one because they were all different, but it begins with me trying to figure out what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Like, what song should I do? Holidays are easy because, you know, I just did one for Cinco de Mayo, so that was easy. I just had to find something Mexican, but I have to think about what it is I want to play, and then I have to get the music and start rehearsing it on each instrument, and then figure out how I'm going to record it. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into each video.
Very intricately done, and it definitely gives you a feeling when you look at it, you know? And it's you, for the most part. I've seen one video where you're actually collaborating with the trumpeter, right?
Yes, I have two now. One of them you don't have. The first song we did was a jazz group with a trumpet player named Fred Green, and that's a great story, but he's on the newest video as well that you have that hopefully we'll see today. But the trumpet player, his name is Fred Green, and he lives in Joplin, Missouri, of all places.
Wow. So let me ask you, obviously we're in the midst of this situation. Florida is reopening, but it sounds like you've sort of delved a bit deeper into your creativity over this time. What are some of the ways that you've explored your creativity and expanded your process?
I hate what's happening. Obviously, I don't like what's going on, but it has been really good for me. I like working on my videos and working on producing music, and when I'm working full time, it's hard to do that. So I don't have the time to dedicate to it that I need, because like I said, each one of these videos is a lot of work. You know, sometimes multiple hours every day. And so now I've had the time to do that. I've learned to play the harp.
Wow.
Or not really, I don't really play the harp, but in the videos you see, I had to sit down and learn that, you know, and practice it. So I've been learning more Spanish. I speak Spanish, you know, I've learned to speak Spanish. I've been working on that. I've just been trying to stay away from the news, Renata, mostly. And convince myself to keep busy and keep my eye on the prize, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, we thank you. We thank you for expanding your creative horizons and taking the time to share it with people. There are so many people, when we look at the comments on your Facebook page, people feel good, they feel joy. And I remember we talked on the phone, you brought up, there was something that you had done. Is it that you learned how to publish your music?
I sure did. That was a big one. You know, I have a side job. I write string quartets. I write music for string quartet. I take pop songs, you know, string quartets that play at weddings or they play at events, and they need music to play, and they like to play pop music. So I tend to take songs by Bruno Mars or, you know, or movie themes, and I turn them into string quartets. I write them for a string quartet. And it's a process to sell them. You have to get permission from the person who wrote them and permission from the copyright owners. But I recently figured out during this downtime how to submit my music to a music publisher. And I now have 6 string quartets available on a sheetmusicplus.com, which is a very large music publishing website. So that was exciting for me, you know, to get stuff that's been sitting on my computer off of the computer and actually out for sale. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah. I mean, you stepped into a situation, and it sounds like as this situation is ending, you've expanded, you've published your music, you've built a following. And one thing we could do is take a look at a few of the videos that you submitted to us. But for anyone watching these videos, just out of curiosity, how can we follow you? You've established a YouTube channel, right?
I have a YouTube channel. I'm trying to build on that following. You know, mostly my following is on Facebook, and so that's another thing I've always wanted to achieve, which is build up a bigger following. And my YouTube channel is growing as of this. I need to monetize that channel. So if you can go to YouTube, you can look up my channel. If you go to Google, you can Google KST Sonic, and my channel will come up. KST Sonic. So I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm at about 700 right now, I think.
Wow. Wow.
So that channel has been growing, but I've had the channel for a long time, but I haven't really put enough time into it. So that's another thing that's happening during this little vacation we're taking. I'm building that channel and building its subscriber base. But there's a lot there if you would like to go check it out, if you're interested in music, interested in scores, just quirky music things. There's it's a little confused, because I put a lot of different kinds of stuff there, but I'm working on that as well.
Oh, absolutely amazing, Kevin. Well, let's take a look at a few of your videos. Kevin, that is amazing. You put all of that together. I mean, what's it like having to work all that instruments and everything like that?
It's a lot of work. It takes me about 1 week to do each video, and I work on it all day, every day of that week. And I have to think about what instruments I'm going to use and decide what song I'm going to record, find the music if I need to find the music. A lot of times I'll research the history of the music, and then I have to start putting it together. I have to think about how I'm going to record each instrument and layer all the instruments, and then I have to start thinking about the video shoot and how I'm going to put the video together. And I'm not using the best equipment, by the way. I'm filming these all on an iPhone 5, which causes its own challenges, so I have to overcome a lot of challenges to put these together. But Renata, it definitely is a lot of work to do.
Well, Kevin, my friend, it pays off. Where can we follow you? Where can we see more of these videos?
You can go and you can look up my name on Google, Kevin Stever, and you can find my Facebook page. I think you'll know there's a lot of Kevin Stevers, but I'm the one holding a bass. Or if you want to go to Google and find my YouTube channel, which would be great because I'm trying to get my subscriber list up. It's my Google channel is called KST Sonic. That's KSTSONIC. And if you type that into Google, my YouTube page comes right up. And you can see all these videos and more there if you go visit.
Thank you so much for joining us on Live from Home. Hope you enjoyed today's show. We're looking for more talent. I know it's out there. All you have to do is submit your video to live@orangetvfl.net along with your contact info. Be sure to include that. Send it through our Dropbox or WeTransfer, and we might use it on a future episode of Live from Home. Until next time, stay well.